Well, let me give you a little more prodding then. Um, as you're skimming along Gold Rush, or not Gold Rush, Corn Road. And yes, you did see the sign for Corn Road, uh, on approach, unless you ignored Fairbanks announcing, and in front of us we have Corn Road, an actual signpost. Um, but now that you're looking for an entrance that you can clear and deciding how best to do that, um, your your route drifts to within let's go with no, let's say 40 meters, within 35 to 40 meters of one of those entrances where there's a slug just apparently slowly digesting walkers as they come out, and it sees you. All right, at least responds to your presence, um, and it rears up. It turns, faces you, and rears up, and that elicits a "the fuck" from Fairbanks. Uh, those weren't on the other ones.
Wait, the slug reared up?
The slug reared up
On what? Like
on
legs?
no on its own sluggy body. It has lifted the front 2/3 of itself uh skyward and is now how big would a 3 to 5 ton slug be? Let's say it has reached a good 6 meters vertical height.
That thing is just pure muscle.
Yes. And Fairbanks passes the binoculars again. Mostly a, a functional formality since there's no reason you all don't have your own binoculars. Or narrative formality, I'd say. Anyone that looks sees that there appear to be thin black veins lining its underside and uh, marking much more easily to see the fold where its mouth is located. And that's what she is calling out as none of the others had that.
The veining or the mouth? What?
The veining. They've all just been orange slug muscle.
Okay. You suppose that comes from eating the crap coming off the Nox?
What, like, is genetically modified slug?
I mean, you are what you eat.
And that figure's a monster. So maybe? Yeah, I'm more on the scared side now than the curious side.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on fighting down a slug that big.
Definitely not.
Well, all y'all wanted to come over here, so what we gonna do?
Shoot it
Um,
from a distance.
What was that, Knox?
Shoot it from a distance. I mean, if you want to kill one, I suppose we can try.
I mean, I didn't reckon we were getting inside by sneaking past it.
No, but it's just, yeah, just a little bit scary to see how well just massive it is, really.
As you're talking about it, it slams that vertical mass down on the ground ahead of it, and you probably can't feel it from 40 meters away on the grav loader, but it sure seems like you should be able to feel it. You can hear the impact and see a small crater where it slammed its body down.
Is that it trying to like mark its territory and tell us to get the fuck out? Because that was definitely a good display.
It inches forward slowly after that, rising erect again.
Okay, maybe it's challenging us. Are we doing this? Anybody?
I think we're doing this.
Doing what? Fighting a slug?
Well, do you have some salt for it? Because I
No,
think
but
you need a lot of salt.
Archie's got that pepper grinder back there.
Well, I suppose you'll get to use your heavy machine gun.
It is now inching forward faster. It is actively coming at you, albeit
Okay, yeah, no.
slowly.
Definitely want to stop this thing now. And Marcus will take a position.
Okay. I'm going to assume that Archibald wants to shoot it, or is happy to shoot it. Maybe doesn't want to, but especially after the whole Squiddies thing, but is very willing to shoot it. And that's kind of what opens this engagement up. Is firing heavy machine gun with a range of 2,000 kilometers, 2,000 meters, at a slug that is approaching. Does anybody disagree with that?
I don't disagree with that.
Nah, I'm ready to help out.
I enthusiastically agree with that.
Okay.
I don't want that thing to get close.
All right. As Archibald spins up the heavy machine gun, and those first few deafening rounds spit out and hit this thing, it slows. Archibald lays off a little bit. You think it's got the message? And immediately, as he finishes saying that, the slug erupts, and not in the "I got a demo charge down its gullet" way. Spikes, black spikes, rise up from its back and lay back down like a spiky mohawk, and it convulses a little bit as these spikes are erupting, and then those spikes crack in the middle, and then crack in the middle of each of those lines, and now they look like black keratinous or chitin coated tentacles that that fall over to either side of it and form hundreds of pointy tentacle legs that it uses to start skittering towards you with much, much greater speed than whatever it was before this. Well, than it was before whatever this is.
Okay, we just fucked up.
How about we take a break? Is this a good place to take a 15-minute break?
Yeah, I mean, we just saw a slug literally shrug off, hit heavy machine gun, sprout out fucking millipede legs, and it's just running at us now. That's how I'm picturing it. Am I picturing it right?
Yep.
Okay,
Except the
yeah.
millipede legs are sprouting out from its back and they're coming back down, so it's like as if a spider or millipede was upside down and its legs long enough and jointed enough to reach the ground.
That's even worse. You return to instant regret.
You return to instant regret as the formidable looking but yet slow slug that was threatening you rapidly transforms, mutates into a something that is not as slow.
A slugipede.
Slugipede. And I'm assuming that Fairbanks is still in the driver's seat here, unless anybody else wants to have taken over and, conveniently be placed there during this. Okay.
No, I'm at the back. I made my decision.
And you hear, oh, holy shit! And the grav loader lurches forward.
At it or away from it?
Away from it.
Okay, good.
The first few seconds of what the fuckery and surprise at this development is silent, except for the clinking skitter of tiny, sharp, not tiny, huge, sharp spears at the tip of each of those tentacles that has sprung out of its back, quickly crawling along the ground. You see it bunched up, and it looks like it is springing. It's being carried on these tentacles while its body is bunching up into a spring.
The hell itself.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nothing. Just regret.
Okay. I probably should have rolled this in the break, but I'm going to go ahead and roll its hit points. And for once, not going to roll them out in the open.
He only does that when there's a. He only does that when there's a chance that it'll die in one hit.
So that's the wrong one. Where'd Slug go? There we go. That would be correct, Tuller. Bring the turn order up. And have everyone roll initiative.
It's more scary. It doesn't have a token.
That's just your GM being lazy.
No, it scares me more though.
Oh, that's fair. I think that's fair.
It means like you weren't supposed to fight this, guys. I wasn't prepared for this, guys.
Now remember to click on your token before you click any initiative buttons.
No, I forgot.
You can't tell me what to do.
Did you forget? You did, didn't you? You were rolling right as I was talking, weren't you?
Yeah.
Dang, Amaya with the I go first.
I was gonna say that my name continues to be increasingly offensive, as now I'm a slug on the map.
Do you want me to re-roll or?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. No, that's fine, Tiller. We'll just correct it to whatever your first roll was.
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Go ahead and just click the token and make a roll, and then we'll that's just to get yourself into the turn order. There you go. And then we'll make that a 5. And
Woo-wee, I'm faster than a slug.
For now.
For dramatic purposes, we're gonna say that Archibald rolled a 1.
Uh-oh.
So I believe that would put Archibald at 2 initiative. See dexterity. Oh, that would put Archibald at 3 initiative. And that's also so that the character that's absent is the player that's absent. His character is not you know, up
die fast.
front and center. Yeah.
I mean, he's the one firing the heavy machine gun, so I'm pretty sure I know how this is gonna go, anyways.
Okay, so the first thing that you notice, Amaya, is that the grav loader is slower than this mutated slug.
Yeah, thought so.
It's very not good.
And it's not just a straight race away from it. There are obstacles that Fairbanks has to navigate in this, which this slug, in its tentacular locomotion, is going to be able to roll right over. Or leap, if that's what it does.
I don't like that was specified.
Yeah, I told you it's more scary when, you know, it doesn't have a token.
I'll have to be very very particular if I do try to add a token to it. Maybe I'll use one of those AI image generators. They produce some nightmare fuel.
Oh, absolutely.
Elephant-sized slug with 1,000 tentacles sprouting from its back. Yeah, that'll go well in a generator.
But yeah, okay.
And the best part is that the folks gathering that data to mine it for marketing purposes will be completely baffled by that entry. The hell are we supposed to do with this? And then one of the executives will his face will go white and he'll lean over to the other and they go, "You don't suppose it's a new fetish, do you?"
Oh boy! Oh no! All right, Nox. What is Maya doing? You're about 40 meters away from it. We'll be kind and say that the distance has not yet changed.
We're all like in the vehicle, right?
Yes.
Yep. I don't think anyone was suicidal enough to dismount once it slammed itself into the ground.
On the vehicle. Remember, this is just a small cab and a flat bed. Small cab fits 2.
Okay. I don't suppose there's something that I could knock to the ground in front of us as we drive away. It's behind us.
I don't think it'll make a difference for this thing.
I guess.
Unless we've got grenades we can chuck in front of it.
Did Amaya bring grenades or demo charges?
Maya has the demo charges. Could do a demo charge.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Might be an idea.
Remember that those have a very large radius also.
Yep. Is it possible to
like 20 meter though, isn't it?
time it?
Yeah, with a bit of quick work, you can try and set up a timer on it.
Yeah, just a pretty short timer for when it gets up to it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's 40 meters for half damage. 20 meters for full damage. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah.
And how fast are we traveling? compared to it?
It's too early to tell.
Okay. Okay.
All you can tell so far is that it is faster than you.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
all right. Um, I think under the constraints of pressure and also needing to make sure that the corrosive atmosphere does not basically ruin the timing, the prep work you're putting on the charge. Um, hmm. This sounds difficult to me, but I'm also not an explosives expert. Let me look at the chart again real quick.
Sure.
5, I think. Not 25. Oh, that's the wrong chart. I don't need to know what skill level you are. I need to kind of see what.
Two.
And it's
There
it's
we
one
go.
of them. Usual variety can be detonated by radio, signals, timers, or electrical charges.
Mhm. Yeah, this is just a
There's
matter of
already a
getting
thing a part of it.
the timing right and getting it all done within like seconds.
I've got
See,
a
if we
theory.
wait, if we can do it via detonation, we'll find out if this thing is as hard as a reinforced wall. If it's within 4 meters of it, that's when we'll know if we're really fucked up. If it doesn't blow a hole in it, it's like, oh yeah, we fucked.
If it helps at all, I do have Tinker too.
Um, it does help. I think I can give you 2 tiers of challenge here. A difficulty 8 to set it up for detonation, which would basically be your action on the next turn. You'd be preparing it, throwing it, and detonating it when it's ready to be detonated. If you want to try and set it on a timer instead, I think that's a little bit more specific, and I'll put that at 10, which is something too difficult to be expected of anybody but a skilled expert, and even they might fail. That seems to fit exactly what this situation is. You've got seconds to set this up properly and to throw it, and at that point, it just explodes. It doesn't take any more actions from you. To clarify a little bit, the difficulty 8 would be to throw it, and then on the next round, effectively make an attack roll against AC 10.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the timer.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's difficulty 10. But,
That's the difficulty 10.
Yep. With intelligence?
With intelligence. Hey. Alright. Amaya throws it, and we're gonna let you roll damage on the slug's turn.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oogie. Oogie sees Amaya very, very rapidly, just blazing fingers, working at this. He recognizes that it's a demo charge, and Nox. How does she throw this out? Is she like arms back, overhand throw? Is she giving it a underhand toss and lob?
Or frisbee.
Or frisbee?
I'm just kind of dropping it down to right behind the edge of the truck.
Okay. Alrighty then.
I can account for our speed. I can't account for my throwing arm.
Well, it would be under a stab check if a check were required while throwing.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
what I'm going. I've decided to use a timer, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the timer.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So that's what Oogie is seeing. Oh, did we lose Tulare? Tulare is muted.
I
I'm here.
didn't realize he was
Oops.
muted.
Did you?
No, I didn't say anything important prior to this.
Okay.
Oogie, seeing what Amaya is up to, and knowing that he is of absolutely no use in a fight at this range, gets his survey scanner up and activates video mode. Amaya, I'm gonna see to it Nemesis gives you a bonus.
Can you see to it that we don't die instead?
Recording our last moments.
I'm afraid I can't, but I can make you internet famous.
So does Oogie move to the closer to the front of the loader bed so that he's capturing the heavy machine gun that's mounted, the Slug, and Amaya and Marcus all in one shot?
Yeah.
We've got our own cameraman. Love it.
All right. And not to keep throwing suggestions out, but does he pull out a data slab so he can get multiple shots?
I mean, he's only got 2 hands, and we're, I mean, it's not a bumpy trip because it's a grav loader, but I mean, you don't want to drop it, right? Like, this is valuable footage he's captured.
This is the money shot right here.
True. And according to Fairbanks, it might be bumpy. She even says this could get bumpy.
How does that even
Okay,
work?
okay.
Well,
I'm guessing
she's
if there's like massive changes in elevation.
no, she's using the wrong words. She's going to need to be either launching you over things using the the grav propulsion, or trying to massively steer around things that the grav loader won't make it over. It's not quite like a grav car. It can't leap or hover 10 meters off the ground. It was designed for a more stable, near-to-earth experience. Like good suspension.
We're about
So,
to find out how well the suspension is.
you're about to find out. Does somebody want to roll for Ms. Fairbanks?
I mean, if no one else will, I'll do it.
Alright. Go ahead.
Right, one sec, let me open up the sheet.
She is, not proficient at driving.
You slightly cut out, she's not entirely...
Well, she still gets her 2d6, but when it comes to time to ask proficient, just change that to no.
Alright, so one sec, skill name was pilot. Proficient, no, correct?
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
modifier.
NPCs get a little bit more of a little bit more kind of just even ground than PCs in that they're not penalized for not being trained, but they also don't get any bonuses.
Below average.
You find, well, those of you on the bed, you feel like you're slowing down, and then Fairbanks banks a turn, and she successfully avoids hitting things, but holy shit, she just slowed down.
She lost the momentums. Like, it's catching up a little bit.
Oogie bangs on the window of the cab. Pedal to the metal, Grandma!
If I hit anything, this will be even worse.
I mean, just don't hit it too hard then. Like skim it, not crush it. Skimming stone.
All right, let's see that damage on that demo charge. It It's 3d10, if you recall, Nox, and
Come on.
no attack roll necessary. That's the benefit of having made your fix at 10 and timing this, and it doesn't take your next action.
Come on. 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 30 damage. Come on.
Oh, wow. That
That's
is
pretty good, though. That's pretty good, though.
okay.
I think it's actually a 26, not a 28.
No, it does include your dex modifier.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so maybe demo charges wouldn't normally, but I'm fine with it this time. Just roll it as a regular attack because that's kind of how it's being used right now, is as a regular attack. You would get your dex modifier with grenades. You're using this as a grenade, so that's fine. It does only take half that damage though.
Still. 14 damage, not bad.
14
13
damage is
damage,
not
not
bad. The slug coiled and tightened, the muscular part of it tightened, and those little, I keep calling them little, they're not little, they're little compared to it, but those massive spiky tentacles chittering it along, it makes a great leap and closes the gap between you. With Fairbanks slowing down and it leaping and crashing into the thing that she so delicately avoided, it is now only 25 meters from you.
Oh, shit.
Your demo charges will need to be timed to either hit the slug at well, hang on. You can still time it to hit the slug within the biggest part of it and not hit yourselves. If it gets within 20 meters, that will be more difficult.
How long does shaping take?
Shaping wouldn't take any longer. I think I would still leave it at a 10, but it does come with much more difficult considerations. I don't think shaping a charge and throwing it is effective, but I'm not an explosive expert, so I'll just say that it will require an attack roll against its normal AC.
Yep, I was just going to say that if we shape it so that it isn't, so it's not shaped towards us, it only fires 2 meters back in our direction and still 20 meters in, or still the full direction in the other way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, that will actually require an attack roll against its normal AC, not just AC 10.
Yeah.
So that's an option available to you if it continues its approach. Well, if it continues gaining on you at this rate, and with that leap, and this time you're certain you felt it crash into that pile and flatten it, but you're certain you felt the shock waves careening through the corrosive air. Your footage may even capture the shockwave through this atmosphere. Marcus.
Yeah. I'm just going through a little bit of regret right now. I'm just, Okay, no. I'm gonna aim for its legs.
Okay. With a telekinetic attack, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Oh no.
There are so many of them that it's so big that you're certain you've actually made contact. In fact, you can see splinters of the tentacly legs just flying off it as you hold up this telekinetic assault. and then you see them growing back out of its back.
Oh, this gets worse. Gets really worse. Yeah, we messed up, guys. We messed up. My
Archibald,
turn.
who wants to roll that heavy machine gun?
Not me.
I'll go ahead and give that to Tolaire since Oogie is recording. Remember how to open up other people's sheets just from the screen there, Tolaire?
Not from the screen, but I can get it from the menu, I think.
Yeah, that works
No.
too.
I don't have access to his sheet, though.
Oh, right. As a character, you don't. Here. Let me give you a temporary.
Look at all of his secrets.
Yes. Oops, I was about to give you access to Oogie. Turns out I don't need to do that. He already has access.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I surprised me too. All right, you should now be able to open up Archibald.
Okay, here we are. Heavy machine gun.
Uh-huh.
Modifier 0.
Correct. Oh, actually, you know what? You've got a fixed firing position, so modifier 2. Is it really a
11.
prepared firing position if the grav loader is moving? We're going to save that philosophical debate for later. I'll give you the bonus here. Especially since that still doesn't hit. Oops, that got loud.
I was gonna say that's too loud.
That is very too loud. Yeah. What? It's playing 2 tracks at once. Why is it playing 2 tracks at once? Oh, no, it's not. I'm bad at reading symbols. There are 2 triangles and 1 square. What do they do? Okay.
Exist.
Yeah, so I actually suppose I should have asked you first. Is Archibald trying to make targeted attack on this thing where it thinks it might be vulnerable, or is he just spraying? Is he going full suppressive fire?
I'm pretty sure that heavy machine guns are not precision instruments.
Well, they can be fired as if they were making a attack roll against an enemy like that, or sprayed as a suppression using double ammo and just basically treated as an area attack. The downside of the area attack is that a successful save means no damage at all. Gosh, that's still loud.
We don't know what its AC is yet. I would suppose that he would still be trying to fire into it.
Okay.
We might learn something from the description of how and why this attack fails. I don't imagine that bullets failed to hit it.
The bullets did not fail to hit it. The bullets failed to hit sufficient exposed flesh to slow it down at all. And that's a new development that you're seeing here is there's less exposed flesh now than when you started firing at it moments ago. Those keratinous or bone-like growths that you've seen on the walkers are actively growing out of this thing along its sides and kind of forming a helmet around its face. And we're back to Amaya. Same options as before, it's at 25 meters.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with the sneak. Not sneak. Fucking the stab. Might as well try the other option, see if I can actually hit.
Okay.
I was going to say that I don't know what skill the demo charge uses.
Oh, for now it's still a fixed check.
Okay.
And I think I was overinflating it when I said 8. If you're just using the detonator and throwing it. Wait a minute, hang on. Let me make sure I know what you're doing. Are you planning to use a detonator, or are you still using the timed charge?
I was going to switch to throwing it. So, and then having it blow up, not on the timer.
Okay. So you want to use a detonator and throw it. Um, yeah, that is easier. I think the difficulty 8 that I cited earlier is too high for that, because you're still making 2 checks effectively when you do that. So roll a quick fixed skill check at difficulty 6. Never mind, I don't think Amaya can fail that.
Yep.
And then this is going, if she's throwing it, then I see why I had initially said no. The attack happens next round. I feel like that's too limiting in this situation, and that's why I had set it at an 8 because of the time constraints. Bringing this back around, make me a int fix skill check to rapidly with just a move action. There we go. Now you can make your attack roll against its AC 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say this thing. Does it have a minus to hit?
No.
Okay, I think it's going off of my shoot.
Let me pull up your sheet here.
Sure.
Maya? Sheet demo charge.
Because it's giving me a -4 on attacking with it.
Okay. I'm gonna make some edits to your sheet, okay?
Sure. Yep, it is going off my shoot.
Yeah, you wanted to go for your stab, I think?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, there's a drop down. You can choose which skill is being used for things like that, and since you're throwing it, you can use stab, which is a +7. Much better.
Yeah. Oh, making the roll.
Alright.
$15 at too.
Okay. Amaya's throw is true, and she is having to throw it past the slug so that the blast doesn't hit you guys. But she's still able to keep it in the most damaging part of the blast. Although its sudden growth of chitinous or keratinous armor is certainly given it some unexpected protection. Tentacles, those wriggling black tentacle spears, go flying past you on all sides as the blast throws them clear, and you see them regrowing already. Oogie. You are muted again, Tiller.
It's Michael Bay. Don't look at explosions.
Sorry about that. I keep muting because the dog is barking intermittently.
That's fine.
Oogie is going to keep filming, but he's going to open up the cab window and tell Fairbanks, "Hey, see if you could steer through a pack of them walkers, and we'll see if maybe we can distract it or something."
Where? Where are the walkers? And
Back towards the wreckage of the Nox. See if you
I
can
know
find
they're back there. What's the closest group?
Oogie pops his head up and looks around. I'm going to do a wisdom notice check here to see if I can help her navigate towards.
Mm-hmm.
Get back to my character sheet here instead of Archibald's.
Yep, that's sufficient.
Right past the next scrap pile, and then then take a tight right, and then we'll be back in the right direction.
Tight right. What? She tries it.
Right now. Turn right.
All right, Ben, go ahead and give us a roll from Fairbanks.
Uh-oh. Any pluses or minuses?
You get a +1 from Oogie.
Yay. Oh no, wait, that's me being dumb. I put a plus, didn't I? It's a
Right,
total of 9.
you added a plus, but that got her to a 9. The grav loader just stops. It's done. That's what happens when you get a 0. Okay. There's some awful G-forces, even for this grav loader, going as slow as it is. Well, it's going fast, but still too slow. A turn like that and an unskilled driver like Fairbanks she's not adjusting into these turns very well. So there's the loader almost flips. It takes somebody diving down on the side to try and put their weight on it, as if that will actually do any good with a grav-based vehicle, but it feels natural. And when she writes, she overcorrects, and people are flying the opposite direction. Nobody has fallen off. I won't, penalize y'all for Ben rolling a 0. But she is aimed in the right direction with a little bit of chaos and terror from the driver's cab.
Hey, it might be in a good enough, swift turn that it might have thrown off the beast behind us.
It might be.
Frey, we'll find out.
We're gonna find out right now, because I think that's a perfect time for it to make a skill check. It is not entirely thrown off, but it does lose ground from Fairbanks' sudden maneuvering. It had been coiling up for another leap after that blast separated several of its maneuvering tentacles, appendages. It stumbled and had to uncoil, and it was just in the process of coiling again when your dumbasses, well, not dumbasses, your annoying asses went and turned a different direction, and now it's skittering. It loses its grip and rolls along like a like a sticky slug rolling along the ground. Those tentacles curl back into its back, looking again like a black mohawk, and it shakes itself as it rises back up and launches itself forward again. 35 meters.
We made some ground. Progress.
Marcus. It is charging back at you guys with a renewed vigor. It's almost like it's angry now.
I've got a question.
Uh-huh.
I see stuff on Fairbanks' sheet, like weapons and such. Are they actually there or no?
Oh, I just gave the NPCs all the weapons so that it's easy to actually just, use them when they come around. She does not have all that equipment on her now.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. 'Cause some of them might be a little bit useful.
She did.
Yeah, just want to double check.
I don't think she brought the grenades. Sorry.
Shit, that's literally what I was looking at.
Yep.
Could he swipe a grenade off of Archibald?
If Archibald has them, sure.
Archibald has grenades.
Okay.
I mean,
Then
yeah, this is literally what I'm thinking is, might as well just carry on with the explosions.
yeah. I
It
don't even
looks good
think
for the
it's
camera.
worth making you take an action to grab them. Archibald is not using his pack. He is steadily streaming bullets at that thing. So yeah, you've got access to Archibald's grenades.
Yeah, in which case I'll just grab one out of the pack and just underhand roll it out and, yeah, attempt to get it. So what is it for a grenade? Let's have a look.
It's again an attack against AC 10. Explosives are they're in a weird place in Stars Without Number. They're both weak and effective.
So shoot or exert. Okay, we'll go shoot because it makes no difference.
And then, how do I remove this from his character sheet?
Let's not. We'll just make note of what we've used. So you've used one normal round of firing and one grenade. And then we'll let Meowkin edit his sheet.
Okay.
He might have some accounting method he uses, like, some people just mark it at 0 instead of actually removing it because they know they're going to replenish it anyways.
Fair enough.
Yay!
Yeah, that is a hit. That is damage. Grenades are 2d6 within 5 meters with an evasion save for half. Save. And it's the first time it has not saved.
If its AC is higher than 14, it takes 1 less damage per AC above.
Mm-hmm. The AC is not higher than 14 at the moment.
Full damage! Woo! Oh, at the moment. Fuck, we're going to get another transformation. It's going to be immune to grenades soon. Immune to explosions.
Now that you guys have seen this happen multiple times, it is reacting to this physical trauma. First of all, that was not an insubstantial explosion. The combination of Amaya's grenade demo charge flinging tentacles forward, and then it basically landing on a grenade as it explodes, it is taking some serious fleshy damage that you see as it coils up to leap again. It's actually mending itself. Its tissues are stitching back together, but they're slow, and there's a gaping hole underneath it that, well, it's got to be stinging every time it leaps.
Okay.
Archibald, back to you, Tulare.
I'm trying to think about how much of Archibald I can narrate here.
If you narrate anything that's out of character, we'll give Meowkin a chance to retcon it in. I won't, call anything.
There's a little veto.
I mean, Archibald is an observant killer.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He would have noticed what you just described to us, and I think he would detect that this slug has a fleshy, exposed underbelly. He's going to point the
Machine gun.
the machine gun up at an angle, and then he's going to hold action and wait for it to leap.
Okay.
And when it does leap, he's going to fill its underside with rounds.
Okay. Mechanical note, Stars doesn't normally let you hold actions past the end of a round. So we're going to stay within the mechanics as written, just for the sake of this. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. That's just a mechanical note because this is kind of a narrative / mechanical combat already. That narrative there
you can hold
is
an
fun.
action.
You can, but
Hold an action. It's a move action.
yes, but it goes away at the end of the round. You can hold an action until the end of the round.
And he is the end of the round.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's the last one.
Yep. Yeah, it makes rolling high in initiative a big benefit. Because otherwise, well, you don't get these kinds of options. But like I said,
Okay.
this is a combination narrative and mechanical, so I'm happy to roll that in. The slug is shortly after him anyways, and he's effectively given up his action this turn. So, Amaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. Yep, same checks.
Okay, yeah.
Wait. Question.
Okay.
Is Archibald a warrior?
Oh, Archibald, I can't remember.
Is Archibald a full warrior?
It would say it on his character sheet.
Yes,
Yes,
he is.
Okay.
Oh.
And it's one of them. You can do a guaranteed hit.
That's true. Do you want
So if you
to...
want to shoot and then snap action this round for a guaranteed hit, you could do it.
Do you want to take a step back on that, Hilaire?
I don't think I do, because we're combining both mechanical action and the narrative idea of firing once it leaps, and it's only leaping on its turn.
I'm fine with the narrative fitting the description.
Okay.
So let's
I was thinking literally you get one shot off for free to maybe shoot some of its legs out, and then when it actually goes for the jump hits, when you do the snap action for the auto hit.
Yeah. So sorry, Nox. Let's pull back just a second.
Yep.
Go ahead and go back to Archibald, and so it sounds like the group suggestion, or at least Ben's suggestion here, is to let him make a normal attack now, and if that doesn't do it, then to snap attack on the next round, and we'll narratively fold that all into him shooting at an opportune time.
And yeah, well, that's basically what I'm saying is you can make a normal attack now, just shoot at whatever you want, and then once it jumps in the air, just make a snap attack and then auto hit. I hope that makes sense. Otherwise, just carry on as usual.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Dex to give his okay on that rules, because I'm not super familiar with the with the rule side of this. Okay, so
That makes sense. And honestly, I should have thought about that when you were describing it, because that does make sense that he would just snap attack when it leaps, and because he's a warrior, he can guarantee that hit. So
all right.
now
I think
he can just make a normal attack.
So I think in that case, knowing he's got lots of ammo, right?
He's got lots of ammo, yeah.
It's
Lots of
25 credits. We'll buy some. We'll pass some.
Well, it's more important just to know that we have enough to finish the fight.
Yeah.
He's gonna lay down fire on this one.
He has 180 rounds, and every normal attack takes 25 rounds. Suppressive fire takes 50.
Okay, yeah, so plenty to do all of what we're trying to describe here so far.
Mm-hmm. So he's going to lay down suppressive fire on this?
Yes.
All right.
So that's an attack roll again, or is that just a save from the...
I think that's a save.
It's just a save, but you do still need to make the attack roll so that I know how much damage it is.
Fair enough. Coming up.
Is it painted red, this heavy machine gun?
So I do get a modifier of 2, you said. Is that correct? Or it doesn't matter?
No, that doesn't matter because he's not making an attack roll.
Okay. Not too bad.
That's pretty good. Unfortunately, it does save against that.
And takes 0 then.
Yeah. That's a
peppers its
downside of
legs.
suppressive fire. It's great against mobs of low-level enemies. It's also great narratively setting up for what you've just described.
Yep, I figured as much.
Yeah. So Archibald is creating this situation on the ground where the slug wants to be off the ground, and you can see that it's working. Archibald, or the slug, not Archibald, is coiling up much faster than it was before. It is trying to leap away from this fire because the fire is slowing it down. Fire is shooting out tentacles from underneath it. Okay, back to Amaya. Your options, yes, they do remain the same.
Okay. Should I roll another fix check?
Yes, please, because it is still a difficulty 8, and I know you can technically fail that. Okay, good. And then your attack roll. Yeah. That hits the AC 10. It does not make it save.
And it takes 16. Big swag. Down to 3 demo charges. They're losing charges quickly.
I think it's worth it though.
Oogie,
You can't spend them when you're dead.
a chunk of flesh and some chitinous shell casings. Keratinous. I keep saying chitinous because it's simple, but keratinous casing has flown off to the side. You see it. You hear it ding against some scrap, and then followed by a splorch.
Oogie sees that happening, and he taps the button on his survey scanner to make sure that it kind of zooms in and captures that and does a slow-mo on that real quick. But then he goes back to the cab window. He's going to do assistance for Fairbanks' upcoming driving check here.
Okay.
Things. I know things are a little bit exciting back here, but you are doing great in there, Fairbanks. we are maintaining. I think we're gonna pull this through. Just keep on doing what you're doing. And I'm gonna make a charisma lead check.
Perfect. Go for it.
Man, those lead checks just keep coming up crap for me.
I mean, are you a full thing?
No.
No.
Oh. You know what I was going for though, at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see how Fairbanks does. That wasn't very encouraging for her. In fact, it makes her look out the back rearview mirror, getting an eye full of Oogie's butt, and she tries craning her head around to see if maybe he's just, if he's just encouraging her because the thing is gaining. Go ahead and roll.
Oh. Come on. Oh yeah.
Seeing the slug is even more inspiration than Oogie's attempt at encouraging her. She slams through a pile, quickly assesses that it's flimsy enough that it's not going to do anything but send shrapnel flying, and it does send a sheet of metal wobbling and singing high into the air, but otherwise doesn't slow the loader as much as trying to skirt around it would have. Things have gotten bumpy, as she warned. But you have put more distance between yourselves and it. You're back to 40 meters. It is slowing down considerably.
Hallelujah.
It rises up once more to leap at you. And Archibald, with that plan to make a snap attack with a machine gun.
Yep.
You still do the roll as normal.
Yep.
You might hit anyway.
So you've got a +2 and a -4.
Oh, and a -4?
Yeah,
So
for
that'd be
snap
like
attack.
9.
So it puts
Okay.
it at an 11, but no, 9 because the
What puts
-2
it at
was
a 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I know won't hit anything. So yeah, we'll use Archibald's automatic hit.
Okay. Archibald hitting it in combination with the explosive chunk that Amaya ripped off of it is enough to cause this thing to stumble, and fall before it can even finish coiling up. It has stopped moving.
Yeehaw!
Is it dead?
Immediately after asking that question, Fairbanks, look out, incoming! And the loader crashes through a group of walkers. They go flying all over the place.
I guess we found the walkers.
And with her trying frantically to get the loader back under control, it is outside her skill. It has gone out of control, and it would take an actual skilled driver to rein it back in. The loader spins, nearly flinging any of you off. If you didn't have a hand free or didn't try to grab something to hang on to, you did get flung off into a scrap pile or along the muddy, corrosive ground. The loader also comes to a stop.
I think Oogie got flung off.
I'm not going to apply any mechanical penalties to that for you. So you're free to narrate how that feels and how that happens on your own.
Oogie goes flying ass over tea kettle through the mud. Comes up with his back against a piece of shattered plascrete, and he just holds up the survey scanner triumphantly. You can see him hit the stop button. He goes, "That footage is gonna be worth 1,000,000 credits."
How did Amaya and Marcus fare in that?
We'll find out in 1 sec.
Okay.
Oh no, Max, hold on. Because it's one of them, his hands are free, so he managed to just grab a hold of something just before we banked into something.
Amaya absolutely got flung off. They were busy readying a 4th demo charge.
You are now proficient in demo charges.
All right. Well, does Amaya keep a hold of that demo charge when they go flying?
Demo charge. The demo charge was damaged on impact.
I missed that. The demo charge was what?
The stuff that holds the demo charge together was damaged on impact.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna go make sure that thing's dead. And can Marcus see it from 200 meters, or is it out of sight right now?
You guys are about 50 meters away. Fairbanks didn't make it far in the racing grav loader before realizing that she needed to slow down if Yugi's plan was to work, and she was way too late on those brakes, lost control, and swiped into the group of walkers. So you're only
Okay.
about 50 meters away now.
In which case, Marcus is just gonna use his TK to just keep like essentially poking it. I'm just like TK rifling it essentially, just to like, is it dead? Is it dead? Is it dead?
It is barely visible through the fog of corrosion, but it is still visible enough for him to TK at it. And it's also large, so it would be visible for another 20-30 meters, if not more. And through whatever TK senses Marcus has when manipulating or poking objects, he feels the telekinetic force squish in, uh, only a little bit. There's a very very rubbery texture resisting his efforts, but nothing moving.
Okay, good. Like to be like, well, good job, everyone, and I mean that. Just, yeah, good job.